Okay, students, I'm going to show you how to adjust a style. The one that we're going to work with for now is going to be the bearing over distance style. We agree that the style is different. We need to adjust, remove spaces. We need to remove decimal places. The size of the text is too big, and we have too many decimal places on the distance. So we need to adjust those things. Okay. So what we're going to do is over here with bearing over distance, we need to make sure we select that one because that's the style that we use to label this line. We're going to go over here to the right where it says create new copy. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit that current selection, specifically the bearing over distance style. So I'm going to click edit current selection. It's going to bring up the label style composer. This is all the information that Civil 3D is using from an inquiry from the line to display your label. So the first thing is the name of the style, bearing over distance, that matches this over here. And I'm going to go to the next tab where it says general. Okay. So general gives you some information about the style. How is it being created and the textiles displayed things. So there's really nothing for us to change here. We're going to go over to the layout tab. So we're going to go to layout tab, and on the layout tab is where we're going to look at all the settings that we need to adjust. Okay. Before we get to do that, as far as the components of that label, we have a bearing, and then separately we have a distance. So it is two separate components. So I'm going to start with the bearing component. On the bearing component, it's the bearing. We notice that we have the spaces, the decimal that we need to remove, and we also need to adjust the text height. Okay. The text height, you would have to measure it, but I will tell you for the purpose of the class, I'm just going to tell you we're going to use 0.06 text height. 0.06 text height. Okay. So you notice that makes it smaller. Just by changing the text height, it makes it smaller. Now, and this is a little preview in AutoCAD. It's almost like the little view cube, just like a regular AutoCAD. So you can actually zoom in and out right in this little box. And you can actually, just FYI, press and hold. It's like 3D. It's like a little 3D preview. So we don't need to do that, but it's kind of strange. I don't know if it's a bug in the software. You notice the distance was not visible when I was in top. It kind of disappears. I mean, it's not until I press and hold it that I can actually see the distance. And you can see the distance is still too big. We'll worry about distance next. For now, let me show you how to remove the spaces and the decimal places. For that, we're going to go under text and we're going to go to contents. And right here where it says general segment direction, I'm going to click on here, click on these little ellipses or dots. And you can see that in here, there's a code that the Civil 3D software is using, that it's the code is reading the information off the line to display your bearings. So this code, I need to select it here first. And you don't have to drag and highlight. You just simply click on the code. And on the code, you'll see where it says general segment direction. And it says format and all that stuff. So we need to, and precision. So we need to adjust this. But this little code, I need to delete it first. Remove the code. I'm going to go down here where it says format, degrees, minutes, and seconds. I'm going to click on here. And I'm going to take it from spaced to this one, which essentially has no spaces. And the precision, I'm going to change it from 0.01 seconds over to 1 second. I see this here. I see general segment direction. Make sure it does say general segment direction and reinsert the code. If this does not say general segment direction, you missed a step. Make sure you do that, because if not, you're going to have some problems with it. I'm going to hit OK. And notice my bearing now has no spaces, and the seconds have been adjusted. Separately, I need to do that now to my distance. So I'm going to click on distance. I'm going to adjust my text height. I asked 0.06. And I need to go to that code to remove the third decimal place. So I'm going to click on here, click on the ellipsis. I'm going to select the little code, this one right in here. You can kind of see where it's showing the 3 decimal places. Make sure it says general segment length. Delete the code, hit the delete key on your keyboard. We're going to change the precision from 3 decimal places to 2 decimal places. Reinsert the code, hit OK. And this little preview shows you what that label will look like. Once you're done with those changes, you hit apply. Notice it changed it. And you know what? I think we went to too small of text. I suspected that we should have gone 0.08. Bearing and distance. Let's go 0.08. It was too small. That'll work. Hit OK. Okay. That's how you adjust labels. Now, as far as the look of the label, notice that this one here says northwest. This one says southeast. The bearing is also on the bottom. It should be on the top. So once I finish that, I can even do it before I adjust the label, the style. I can select the label. And up in here, we can flip the label, and it'll flip it to put the bearing on top and the bottom. And I can also reverse the label, and it'll reverse it from southeast to northwest. Okay. That's how you adjust your bearing over distance, and that's how you work with that style in particular.